walked like along Gainville Park, but there was a lot of people. It was like weaving in and out.
Everybody had the same idea.
Social distancing, right, Mark?
Yeah, well, we were taking advantage of like the group of 5 outside, right? So we like did our 4 of our friends. So we
Cool.
just, yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Is everybody meeting us tonight?
I hope so. Yeah, I think
Hey,
so.
Davina's there. Everybody's a go?
I think so. I haven't heard anything differently.
I was talking to Josh. He was there a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're not joining us.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
They're not?
No.
Oh.
I'm so pooped, I might just stay in Shavasana.
Wake us up.
I might not be an active participant tonight.
See you're not moving, you'll know why, Mark.
Yeah, that's okay. If you need to stay in Shavasana, stay in Shavasana. Just let your body just rest.
I don't know why I'm so tired, but I really, well, you too, I think, eh? I really am feeling it right now. Man. Ugh.
Yeah, it's hard too, right? Like you probably like, you know, Julia and Stephen were down too, right? So that's hard too, listening to them and their struggles too, right? Like it's just such an unprecedented time right now that we live in.
Yeah, we're actually quite fortunate though that they're both doing well, and that Stephen's been able to continue to work. Jules continued to have her placement, so we're not faced with what others are faced, which is, you know, maybe I can't work or I can't do this or I can't. It's a bit of a difference, and we really do appreciate our time with them because, man, oh man, there are times when we don't see them at all. So, yeah.
And I still can go to work. That's a good thing this time.
Yeah, we're all actively working.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, who wants to be off in the winter?
I would tell you last week resembled my weeks in when the pandemic was first declared. That's how busy we were last week.
Wow.
Like it was so busy that on Wednesday, most of the team that like the management team that we plan with, everybody was saying, "Is it the weekend yet?" Like everybody was exhausted and that was Wednesday morning.
Wow.
So we're done with it.
So take it easy on us, okay, Mark?
Oh my gosh.
It's like I was talking to my friend who was snowshoeing, and she's just saying, you know, it's the uncertainty of everything. Like that's what I think was really gets people like tired, is like you don't know what's coming next, right? Like just when you think you know what's gonna happen, something comes, like you get sideswiped or something happens.
Yeah, it's great to be resilient and being able to pivot and be flexible. But there comes a time when you just don't feel like doing it anymore. And so we're getting a lot of questions from our staff, legitimate questions. When are we getting our vaccines? We are in healthcare. When can we expect it? How will it roll out? And we're like,
it's delayed.
I don't know. Like, I promise you, the minute we know, you'll know. But I don't know. But so we're doing a plan A. If Care4, for example, we have 800 employees. If Care4 gets 800 vaccines, do we roll it out internally? Or do we have to go to our local health unit? Like, I mean, so that's, if it's an internal rollout, here's what it might look like. Here's what it could look like. If it's an external rollout and we have to go to our local health units or clinics or whatever, okay, well then we don't have a lot to control, but we do have to manage who gets what, when, and yeah, anyway.
It's going to be lots of fun coming up. Who's going to decide?
Hey, the good news is there's a vaccine and it's in here and it's being administered. So that is great news.
Not fast enough for some people.
Yeah.
Now they're talking that you can go from 21 days to 90 days between shots.
It depends
like who comes up?
No, it depends on the product.
No, the government in Quebec said, well, they know better than the farmers, the guy who made this stuff. I don't know.
I thought it was 21 or 28, depending on.
And then it went to 42, and now they're talking about 90 days.
Wow, I know. Well, that's the thing. It's like just crazy.
The science is in there.
That's why the Johnson & Johnson product right now is really...
The one shot does it all.
It's got such attention, and hopefully it'll pass all the tests because it's as easy as, here's your shot.
Yeah.
And that scene doesn't mean you don't hear too much about that one,
Well,
though. Eh?
it's under approval right now, so you're not gonna hear about it until it's approved.
Come on, Johnson, go, go, go.
Exactly.
Hey, Josh, you know Divine's not coming tonight?
I do.
Okay,
So this would be it then.
so it's our little crew here.
Yeah. Is there anything that's sore? Anything that you guys want to stretch?
Let me count the ways. No.
Are you, is your back sore? We were shoveling so much, so
Yeah.
yeah, you're not feeling it today?
No,
You're okay?
not too bad.
Oh, that's good.
Your shoulder was short.
We're flexible,
Yeah.
Mark.
Oh, good. You're flexible. All right. That's
Not
nice.
very, well, not overly flexible. Not frog or any of that kind of stuff, if that's what you know. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Do you guys want to grab your a strap tonight or a belt, and we'll do our hamstrings today?
Okay. Okay, I'll go get mine.
Did
Okay.
you hear another one that we gave you at Christmas, George?
Yeah, I'm gonna go find it. It's
Mine
downstairs.
is here. I thought yours was on.
Right back, boys.
Yeah.
George, or
I think it's downstairs in my bed.
yeah, but leave it here up here next time. Mark,
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's my favorite.
okay, you need to help me out with this. What should I be doing? Yeah. What should I be doing with this?
Well, it just re-energizes. So what it does is it brings the pressure to wherever you're standing, right? So it's really good to like just if your feet are feeling tired or something, you can just like stand on it, and you can either just rest or you can even walk on it too, which will help.
Yeah. You feel it, like I feel it right now just by standing on it, but I have laid down on it, on my back.
Yeah.
Mark has one of these.
Yeah, laying down on your back is really nice too. It really rejuvenates your body. And then you go slow, right? And the ideal thing is to try to have as least amount of layers, because like just getting your skin on it will be
Yeah.
even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Too painful, Mark. Too painful. All right, we're ready.
You're ready? All right, well, let's start in Shavasana.
I'll turn this light off, dear.
Yeah.
And then, is that gonna be too dark?
That's nice. Yeah, and as you make your way into Shavasana tonight, just allowing your body to begin to settle into your mat. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. And with every inhale and exhale, allowing your body to begin to settle. Letting your mind begin to calm. Letting your day slow down. Take a few moments this evening to check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body's feeling. Scanning from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And notice if there's anywhere that might be a little bit tight or a little bit stiff. Any areas that might be a little bit sore. And breathing into those areas. Letting your breath bring relief to anything that might be sore. Soften anything that might be tight or a little bit stiff. Letting your body settle a little bit more into the mats. Take a few moments to notice if there's anywhere where you might be holding tension. And breathing into those areas. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. And take a few moments this evening to set an intention for your practice. Something you wish to receive from the class. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. And then opening your arms up into a T and letting your knees gently fall to the right side, coming into a twist. Trying to keep your left shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your chest or you soften that knee bend. Maybe you slide a block underneath your knees for a little bit of support. But breathing into any sensation that you're feeling in this twist. Letting your breath bring softness to those areas. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. And gently letting your knees fall to your left side. Trying to keep your right shoulder blade pressed into the mat. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling on this side. Letting your breath soften those areas. Finding a little bit more rest in this twist. Take one more inhale. Exhale it all out. Slowly draw your knees back up to center. And open up to happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. Open your knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. And then draw your knees back into your chest. Letting your knees gently rock from the left to the right. Gently letting your knees fall to the left side or to the right side, coming into fetal position. We'll take a couple breaths here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up and making your way to tabletop position. And from here, we're going to move into a puppy pose or melted heart. So keeping your hips on top of your knees, gently begin to walk your hands out. So you can bend your elbows, or you can reach your hands out. Your forehead can rest on the mat. If you want to draw a little bit more intensity, try to draw your chin to the mat. So our target areas are shoulders and our upper back. You may feel a little bit in your low spine. Breathing into your shoulders. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out maybe a little bit further, challenging your edge. Allowing your shoulders to soften a little bit more. We'll take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands out. And making your way to wide knee child's pose. So open your knees as wide as the mat. Draw your big toes together and send your hips back. Allow your shoulders to soften. Maybe your forehead rests on the mat, and if it doesn't, always slide a block underneath your forehead. Trying to move tension from your neck. Allow your shoulders to rest. Allow your hips to settle. Take one more breath in here. One more breath out. And slowly coming back to tabletop position. Drawing your knees underneath your hips. And then from here, we're gonna walk our hands out. So coming onto our stomach, we're gonna come into Sphinx pose. So drawing your elbows underneath your shoulders, releasing your toes, removing any tension from your legs. And the option to always walk your hands forward if your spine's a little bit tender today. Allow your eyes to close and take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, breathe into your spine. Letting any areas where you're feeling sensations soften with your breath. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, draw your chin to your chest. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, can you draw your chin a little bit closer? We'll take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your chin up. And on your exhale, draw your right ear to your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you draw your ear a little bit closer to your shoulder? We'll take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your chin back up to the center. And on your exhale, draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your ear a little bit closer? Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your chin back to center. And the option to stay here in Sphinx pose, or maybe you move into seal, pressing into the palms of your hands, straightening your elbows, trying to soften your shoulders. Maybe you walk your hands up a little bit closer to your body if you feel mobile in your spine. Trying to soften your legs. Keep breathing into your spine, into any sensation that you're feeling. Couple more breaths here. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. We'll take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to lower down. Very nice. And drawing your hands together and letting your forehead rest on the top of your hands. Allowing your spine to settle. Letting your shoulders soften. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. On our next inhale, we'll come into broken wings. So open your hand up into a T, your left arm into a T position. And then gently begin to rock onto your left hip. And use your right hand as an anchor. So take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, gently press into your right hand, drawing a little bit more sensation to your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you press into your right hand a little bit more, maybe drawing a little bit of sensation to your left shoulder, or maybe you've reached your maximum point and you just rest here. Take a couple more breaths. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly begin to come down onto your stomach. And opening your right arm up into a T. And begin to roll onto your right hip. Using your left hand as an anchor. Okay, take a deep breath in here. And exhale, press into your left hand, drawing more sensation to your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you press into your left hand a little bit more, drawing a little bit more sensation to your right shoulder. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly coming back onto your stomach. Very nice. As you draw both hands underneath your shoulders, push up to tabletop. And from here, coming into closed knee child's pose. So keeping your knees underneath your hips, releasing your toes and sitting back on your feet. And drawing your elbows into your knees, or maybe you circle your hands behind to your feet. Tucking your chin, rolling your spine. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale, let it all go. Slowly coming back to tabletop position. And curling your toes under, we'll send our hips up in our downward facing dog to set up for pigeon pose. So planting your hands, curling your toes, send your knees up, and then your hips back. Take a few moments here to pedal out your feet. Moving your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full inhale. One full exhale. On your next inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. Then coming into pigeon pose, so draw your right knee to your right wrist. Right ankle to your left, release your left toes. Inhale, walk your hands up to set your hips. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out, coming into reclined pigeon. Allowing your right hip to settle. And maybe you start on your forearms, or maybe you walk your hands out and just allow your upper body to just rest on the mat. Removing tension from your left leg. And if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, you could always slide your block underneath. I'm gonna hold this posture a little bit longer this evening. You can always slide a block underneath your right hip as well. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge. Letting your right hip settle a little bit more. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. We're not done. We're just going to take a moment just to pause. So coming out of the posture, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it all go. Then take another deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back out, coming back to reclined pigeon. Letting your right hip settle a little bit more. A few more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. And then from here, we're going to come into twisted deer. So sitting down onto your right glutes, bending your left knee, squaring your shoulders to the front of the mat, and then begin to walk your hands over your right knee. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands out. So maybe you start on the palms of your hands, maybe you come down onto your forearms, or maybe you lay out flat on the floor on your mats. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Letting your breath bring ease to those areas. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Challenging your edge. Letting your body soften a little bit more. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly begin to walk your hands up, very nice. And then moving into Shavasana, so drawing your legs forward. And then lowering all the way down onto your back. Allowing your palms to face up. Letting your body settle into your mats. Allowing your right hip to release. Notice how it feels as it begins to relax. Softening your shoulders. Take a few more breaths here. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. And then letting your knees sway from the left to the right. Gently letting your knees fall to the right side or to the left side, coming into fetal position. We'll just take one breath in. One breath out. Slowly begin to press into your hand as you make your way back to tabletop position so we can set up for the other side. Planting your hands, curling your toes. We'll send our hips up in our downward facing dog, so press our knees up and then our hips back. Pedaling out your feet. Gently moving your hips side to side. Eventually finding stillness for one full breath in. One full breath out. On your next inhale, float your left leg high to the sky. Then coming into pigeon pose on the other side. So draw your left knee to your left wrist. Left ankle to your right. Release your toes. Walk your hands up to set your hips. And then on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out. Letting your left hip settle. Removing any tension from your right leg. And maybe you start on your forearms, or maybe you walk your hands out and allow your body to draw closer to the mats. Option to slide a block underneath your left glutes. Maybe underneath your forehead. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge. Letting your left hip settle a little bit more. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands out of the posture, just taking a moment to rest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. Take another deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands back out, coming back to your reclined pigeon. Maybe your body finds a little bit more rest. Maybe your left hip settles a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Very nice. Slowly begin to walk your hands out of your posture. And then from here, coming into twisted deer. So sitting on your left glute, bend your right knee, square your shoulders to the front of the mat, and then slowly begin to walk your hands over your left knee. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, slowly begin to walk your hands out. So maybe you start on the palm of your hands. Maybe you come onto your forearms, or maybe you let your body fully rest. Take a few moments to notice how this side feels. Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling. Letting your body find rest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands out of the posture and then making your way into Shavasana. So drawing your legs to the front of the mat, slowly lowering all the way down onto your back. Allowing your palms to face up. Letting your body melt into the mat. Notice how your left hip feels as it begins to release. How does it feel different than your right side? Can you soften your shoulders a little bit more? Take a few more breaths here, allowing your left hip to settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then lowering your feet back down onto your mat and grab your strap. So from here, we're going to straighten our left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest and bring the strap around the ball of your foot, straightening your leg up to the ceiling. So we're going to do 3 active and 3 passive. So we're going to take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, slowly draw your toes to the back of the room. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? Take one more breath in. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? We'll take 3 more breaths here, just allowing that right leg to settle. Two more breaths. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then on your next inhale, slowly draw the strap into your right hand. And then begin to open up your right leg. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, can you draw your toes to the back of the room? 2 more active. Inhale. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? Take one more breath in. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? We'll take 3 passive breaths here, so take a deep inhale. Exhale, allow your right leg to settle. 2 more breaths. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your right leg back up. And then taking the strap into your left hand, opening your right arm into a T, and then let your right leg drop down to your left side. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you draw your toes to the back of the room? Take an inhale here. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? 3 more breaths here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, allow your right leg to settle. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your right leg back up. Bringing the strap back to your both hands. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you draw your right toes a little bit closer to the back of the room? Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, slowly release your strap as you lower your right foot down. Giving it a little bit of a shake, squaring your hips. Then draw your left knee into your chest. And then take the strap around the ball of your left foot, straightening your leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, can you draw your toes to the back of the room? 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? 1 more inhale. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? 3 more breaths here. Take an inhale. Exhale, allow your left leg to settle. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. On your next inhale, draw your strap into your left hand as you begin to open up your left leg. Keeping both shoulder blades pressed into the mat. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you draw your toes to the back of the room? Take another inhale. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, draw your toes a little bit closer. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, allow your left leg to settle. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your left leg back up. As you bring your strap into your right hand, open your left arm into a T. Begin to let your left leg drop down to the right side. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you draw your toes to the back of the room? 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, can you draw your toes a little bit closer? 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, allow your left leg to settle. 2 more. Take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly draw your left leg back up. Bringing the strap back to both hands. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw your left toes a little bit closer. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, release the strap as you lower your left leg down. Giving your legs a little bit of a shake, squaring your hips. Draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Open up to happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. Open the knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit of forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, open up to Shavasana. Legs as wide as the mats. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into the mats. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Letting your mind find peace. Taking a few moments to scan over your body. Notice if you're holding any tension anywhere. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body relax a little bit more. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Your mind to find a little bit more peace. And if your mind wanders or gets distracted, just coming back to your breath. Observing your inhales and your exhales. On your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Slowly waking up your body. Drawing your attention back to the room. On your next inhale, slowly reach your arms up and overhead. And grabbing one wrist and gently pulling it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in your side body. Release that wrist, grab your other wrist, gently pull it to the opposite side. Release that wrist, reach your hands to the very back of the room and your feet to the very front. On your next inhale, take a full body stretch, breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly draw both knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then let your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to the right side or to the left side, coming into fetal position. Offering a couple breaths of gratitude. Grateful for your practice this evening. Grateful that you showed up on your mat, taking time to slow down. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands to heart center when you arrive. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it all go. On your next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did today. I thank you, and I'm very humbled and blessed for your practice. Namaste. Great job, guys.
The strap had us working a little harder.
Did
We
it feel
felt
good?
those stretches.
Did it feel good?
Yeah, well, it certainly stretched out what needed to be stretched out, I guess.
A little bit of pain there, yeah.
George, I thought you were flexible today.
Not as much as I thought.
No pain, no gain.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and yeah.
That age thing, Mark.
Come on, you're young.
Yeah, if you believe, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Only as old as you think you are.
That was good, Mark. It was good stretches. Yes.
Yeah, we held, I think pigeon pose was like 3.5 minutes, and then twisted deer was 1.5 minutes. So it was like a combination of a pretty, like 5 minutes. So that's good.
Yeah, that is good. The shoulder one, when we roll on our hip and do, I don't know what you call that, like the wounded wing, I think is what you call it.
Broken wings.
Broken wing. Okay.
Close enough.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice too when you do a lot of shoveling, like it just opens that up, right?
Yes.
And you can, what I like about it is you can push into it as intense as you want, or you can take it as relaxing as you want too, right?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Let us know now. We're ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I really felt my my inner thighs actually, which is interesting, but I don't know why, more than usual. Guess more squats than usual.
Yeah.
My inner thighs.
Yeah. Did you feel it when you were doing your hamstrings or when
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yeah.
My hamstrings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're tight.
Anyway, you keep working on it.
It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Exactly. I know it went by so fast this week. Well, it always goes by
Yeah.
fast, but it went by really, really fast.
I agree. The longer we hold our poses, the faster the night goes, I find.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see you guys. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm well. We relaxed for a couple of days, which is nice. I haven't had a chance to do that in a while.
Oh, that's good.
Traded a little bit of Bitcoin and what?
What?
Did I hear bickering?
Traded a little bit of Bitcoin.
Oh,
Oh, you still
I
at, you
heard
still at
you.
it, Josh?
Yeah, I put it away for a few months, picked it up again, and then put it away for a few months, and then picked it up again.
Oh well.
I heard it created a little of bickering. And I thought, oh no, that's not restful.
Oh, and Bitcoin.
Josh and Julie don't bicker, do they, Josh?
Only rarely.
I've never seen it.
Well, all right, you guys. Have a
Yeah.
lovely week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. See you guys next Sunday.
Will
Sounds
do.
great.
All right, take care, you guys.
Bye.
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 Ugh.